Well, hello and welcome to Crappy Hour Live on What Crappens. I'm Ronnie. That's Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hi, how are you?
My most patient little friend of all time. You guys, what a cluster frick, okay? There's some ghost in my machine. We started an hour late in our earlier recording sesh because something going on with my computer. I don't know what I don't know what it is, okay? But it's trying to mute me. It's trying to silence me, and I will not be silenced.
Yes, it's also forcing a vertical agenda for us on YouTube right now. We're like in a little skyscraper. Like we're in like an office building.
Well, it wouldn't be Crappens Crappy Hour Live if it wasn't a technical nightmare, and it's the first of the year. So all of those New Year's resolutions about being peaceful, being stress-free, cursing less, all of that shit is out the window. Fuck it all, okay? It's a clusterfuck. So here we are, but I'm so glad to be here, you know?
Yeah. It's great to be back. It's so fun to do some chit chat on Bravo. About Bravo. I'm excited to catch up about all the gossip.
There has been so much going on. Shall we just jump right into it?
Yes, we should. I think that would be a good idea.
Okay. Well, why don't you start with your favorite story of the week, since I'm always the bossy one.
Well, speaking of bossy, you're not bossy, but speaking of bossy as a transition, I know there's a lot going on in the world, but what has amused me the most is the fact that this story seems to have had a lot of traction, and it seems to actually have ramifications, which is Jennifer Aydin versus a tuna sandwich at Jersey Mike's. Yeah. This is a hilarious thing. So Jennifer Aydin, she went ranting. She was in an airport and she went ranting about the service that she received at Jersey Mike's. She was like, "Listen, mister, I was waiting for my sandwich. And then the person behind me, his sandwich was done before me. And I was like, what gives, mister? I've been waiting a long time for my sandwich." And he said, "Oh, what's the big deal? I'm just making a sandwich over here." So, "Why you add it? Can you add a tuna sandwich onto it? You don't mind?" Person was behind me. That person was like, "I do mind. What the hell's going on with Jersey Mike's anyway, baby?"
And then I've got this guy behind me. I said, "You don't mind if I order another sandwich, do you?" He said, "Yeah, I mind." I said, "Hey, mister." And then the lady making the sandwich is 80 years old. "Hey, come on, 80-year-old lady, you a bitch. That's right."
I was like, oh my God, what is going on with her? So not only is all this happening, she's filming it herself. Like, this is going to make her look good. I mean, the crazy thing is she is the one that released this footage. It's not some employee footage recording a Karen and then releasing it to make her look stupid. This is her looking stupid and releasing it. And then she's got her sister-in-law or whatever dumbass ding-dong that's walking with her through the airport going,
"Yeah, tell her, sis."
and she's like, "Yeah, Jennifer, all you wanted was your sandwich." I was like, oh my God, are you kissing this woman's ass for a free fucking Jersey Mike's? You kiss ass. You deserve everything you get. I hope you were both fired from life. You're both horrible human beings. So she's going off about these terrible employees. Then the employee from Jersey Mike's, this young girl with lots of earrings in her nose. How do you get your boogers out? That's my question, children. Put the earrings wherever you want. You need to be able to blow your nose, okay?
It's like a cookie press. It's like a cookie press. You blow your nose and your snot comes out in different fun shapes.
A princess emoji, poop emoji. Yeah, they're really going there with the earrings. I don't really understand that. We all have the same holes and things need to come out of the holes. That's why they're holes, okay? Things go in your fingers. Things come out your boogers. Stop putting blocks on your holes. Okay,
Look
so
how close my finger is to my nostril right now, in fact. Yeah.
But today I'm on the side of this self-hole blocking girl from Jersey Mike. So she comes on there. She's like, "This bitch." She says she's a celebrity. We don't know who the fuck you are. You're coming in here, you're ordering one thing, then you're changing your order, then you're changing your order again, then you're changing your order again, then you're adding an order. No, you can't be here no one cares about you. It's like 7 a.m. at a Jersey Mike's. By the way, Jennifer is also bragging about how rich she is all the time and acting like she's above everybody. Her ass was taking a vacation after the holiday and taking her kids out of school so she could get it cheaper. Just like her fucking furniture from China. Shut up, Jen, you fucking asshole. I'm so glad to see Jen get it. from the public. I'm so glad to
Yes.
see her. And then there was a video even of Bill going like, why aren't you smiling? You should be smiling more. Why are you smiling? You're with a nightmare and you're a fucking nightmare. And now you're even going to raise your children to be goddamn nightmares. You better leave Olivia out of this, my little eagle.
You know, normally I always have so much fun with a good 12-incher. I enjoy a foot long, like, although I'm not sure if I enjoy them that are too fishy. But I have to say, there's so much already discussed here. First of all, as Kara in the comments mentioned, what the fuck is she doing bringing a tuna sandwich onto a plane in the first place?
Does that? Who lives like that?
Who made this plan? Who is getting the tuna sandwich at 7 a.m. also? Who is having breakfast tuna sandwich? That doesn't make sense, and and especially doesn't make sense going onto an airplane. So that is one issue that needs resolution. Second of all, she probably thought she was going to be so relatable in this moment because, let's be honest, we've all been in these places, fast casual restaurants or fast food, and people do like just drag their asses around and you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And sometimes you're like, what the fuck is going on here? But she thought she was going to have like a real relatable moment. Like, oh yeah, I hate that. They're always like that. But she just totally did not land that. Okay. Because she starts shaming the 80-year-old lady behind the thing, who probably was not 80. It doesn't even matter if she was 80.
She was probably 30, knowing Jen, calling her an 80-year-old.
Yes. And also, we all know Jennifer Aydin, and we know that she selectively includes the parts of the story that matter most to her. Because then when this employee says, oh yeah, she was changing the order and there was this and that, you know, that's exactly what it was. It wasn't as simple as like, well, I just made my order and I was standing there waiting. You know, it was like, how can I get a little more mayo on that? No, that's too much. Start over. No. Today, before I came over here, I'm having like, you know, future root canal issues happening, and I had to go to a dentist, and I was referred to an endodontist in Beverly Hills.
Ooh, are those like the dinosaur kind? That's a very fancy kind.
Endodontists. Yeah. Endodontists are they're like super dentists. And so I had to park, and it was like mandatory valet parking in the parking garage, this Beverly Hills thing. And so I'm waiting to pay my stub, whatever, when I'm leaving. And there is a lady, she's probably like 24, and she has like a G-Wagon, like a nice, like a matte G-Wagon. And she has parked the G-Wagon blocking the entire area, and she's come over and she's trying to pay for her stub, and she's being a real just sourpuss about it. Her credit cards aren't working, and so the valet goes and gets into the car to move it out of the way, and she just freaks out. She goes, no, you don't get to drive my baby. Don't drive my baby. Don't drive my baby. You cannot drive my baby. Get out of it. No, you're not allowed to drive my baby. And I'm like, I was like, this is Jennifer Aydin. This is what Jennifer Aydin in Jersey Mike's was. She was doing the don't drive my baby to the tuna sub.
No one wants to drive your damn baby. No one even wants to be in the same room as your damn baby if it's going to turn out to be anything like you, a Xerox copy of trash, okay? And if you're too poor to have a matte G-Wagon that you can't valet, you're too poor to have a G-Wagon. Stop acting like you're so classy with your G-Wagon. If you're too poor to have the valet scratch it up on accident, you're too poor to own a G-Wagon. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Exactly. A scratch shouldn't even matter if you're really wealthy.
And you know,
a person who does that.
Here's what's even more disturbing about the world. I was actually proud, honestly, of America at this moment, because it was so nice to see America be like, you know what? Fuck you, Jen Aydin. Like literally everybody. But then a couple hours later, I was disappointed again, because then I started reading Twitter, which, by the way, is just such a void. Like, why even go there? I don't even know why. But I love going there. What am I? I love rage, you know? So I'm on Twitter. There's people sticking up for Jen Aydin. Like, oh my God, she wasn't wrong. I mean, where's the customer service in the world? Oh, go fuck yourself. Here's what I say to everybody out there, speaking of politics in America, to everybody out there against the death penalty. You have so many good reasons to be against the death penalty. Here is the best reason to be for it. Jennifer. People who act like this is why we have harsh sentences, because people like this, you know, get it, stop letting it reoffend. I don't mean literally.
And you know, here's the thing.
I just mean like Jersey Mike, you're dead to Jersey Mike's. No more fast casual for you.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's the other thing. Let's say everything happened exactly the way Jennifer Aydin described it. Like, let's say we don't know about like how she changed her order a million times. She tells her story and she goes, so I'm getting my sandwich and I'm waiting for it. So I turn to the girl behind me and I say, I just want to add a tuna sandwich to that. And I ask the girl, I was like, is that okay if I just ask the person behind me? And they say, not really. These are people who are waiting. They're trying to get to an airplane. They are in a rush and you can't just add a last minute sandwich. That's just not right. You're not asking for a few jalapenos or some lettuce or some extra mayo. You're asking for a whole new sandwich and at a place where they're already going slowly, because admit it, they probably were going slowly. You just can't do that. That's not fair. Sorry, you lose.
Well, she's like she's filming the employees as she's berating them, right? And I'm totally on the employee side. I mean, they all looked so sweet and they looked so flabbergasted to be putting up with this idiot. And guess what? They were still moving their asses off. They were not going slowly. But you have a family. You've got a huge family. It's thousands of calories a day. You're ordering too much. You're ordering it too fast. You're ordering it incorrectly. You're a monster. By the way, I didn't seriously just call for the death penalty for Jen Aydin. I did do that, and this is live, so I can't cut that out later. So no one killed Jen, but just like horrible human beings. They're just horrible, and I'm so sick of people making excuses for horrible fucking people. I'm sick of it. I don't care how much you like somebody. She's wrong. That is wrong.
And let's talk about Rumpelstiltskinette, who was standing with her. Okay, this lady, you're going to be a professional. You're going to be a hanger-on, and Jennifer Aydin is the one you're going to hang on to. Come on, let's
find a better nail to hang your hat on. You know what I mean? This is being thirsty, and you're drinking the wrong drink. It's like you're thirsty and you're trying to like get drips of Drano poured down your throat. Don't do it, Heather.
Find a better toe to grow your fungus on. Well, so the outcome of this, there's been fallout. So, of course, Danielle Cabral has weighed in, and the Page 6 headline is, Danielle Cabral rips scum rocket Jennifer Aydin over Jersey Mike's rant. The trash took itself out. I mean, Scum Rocket's pretty amazing. That's a great
Scum Rocket's pretty good. But, in typical Danielle Cabral fashion, she just goes on for too long. And listen, I'm saying this as one half of Watch What Crappens, a show that will make a 3-hour podcast on a 20-minute video. But, I get it. I get how hypocritical that sounds. But, girl, Danielle, you don't need to literally just stop. Enough. I had enough at 3 minutes, and I watched 6 of the 8 minutes of this video, and even I was like, I have to go. It was so long. Cut it short, just like I'm doing right now. So anyway, she's going on. She's like, oh yeah, you know what happened to her? What I always knew what happened. This woman who tried to ruin my life. This woman now goes into a Jersey Mike's and acts like that. I told you so. I told you in the comments on my social media when you was coming on there calling me trash. I say, you wait to see who's trash. The world will show you who's goddamn trash. And now look who it is. Oh, it's her. It's her. And she goes on for 20 minutes. Now listen. Her going on for 20 minutes doesn't negate the fact that you were still trying, not to let the nail lady into your VIP or whatever, I love when people automatically assume that because the person accusing them has turned out to be an asshole, that makes them no longer an asshole. You know what I mean? You're still probably an asshole too, Danielle, but I do love your new hair color, and I hope you come back.
Yeah, she looks totally different. She's like going back to Staten Island roots. Now, one thing that has happened is that so Jennifer Aydin, I guess, was going to go on a Real Housewives cruise getaway, and she has been dropped from whatever forsaken cruise decided to book Jennifer Aydin on it. Like, who thought it would be a good idea to put Jennifer Aydin on a seafaring vessel where you all had to be trapped with her, probably singing cabaret in the boat theater, So she was supposed to be on Wives on the Waves getaway to Bermuda. The Bermuda Triangle was like, this is too much for me.
The Bermuda Triangle. They're like, oh my God, another boat has been swallowed by the Bermuda Triangle. Oh, never mind. It was just spit back up. For the first time ever, the Bermuda Triangle shipwrecked itself. I've never seen a triangle do that. They found the triangle at the bottom of the sea. The Bermuda Triangle has just outed itself, its location, and sent apology letters. It just said, please don't send us any more people like this.
It was like, you know what? Enough's enough.
Yeah, Jennifer, absolute garbage. And which I have to say, love it. Hope you're hired back on the show because I know, no one ever liked Jennifer Aydin because she wasn't garbage. Of course she's fucking garbage. She's Jennifer Aydin. And that was why it was so funny that season where she was like,
I'm going to be sad this season about that affair that Bill had 10 years ago, and I'm going to wear a scrunchie. I'm going to wear a scrunchie every day.
You remember like the emotional scrunchie she had to show that she was in like emotional pain?
Of course. Yeah.
The scrunchie of pain. What'd we call it? Like,
it was
trauma
scrunchie. Trauma. It was like, something scrunchy. But like, I mean, she has, Collider wrote a think piece about this with a big headline that says, Real Housewives of New Jersey's Jennifer Aydin has always been like this. Like, she's always been like this. I agree. I mean, She cracks me up. She's so awful and depraved. And I love my monsters. So I can be, on the one hand, I can be totally sickened by her and yelling at her, as I have been for years on end. And I can also be totally amused by her depravity. And I think that it's important to know that we do need our villains. I know we went through we're still grappling with how we do Bravo. We don't want to give awful people platforms, but we do want to have villains in our story. And I think the new Roni is a good example of what happens when you just do all protagonists. So I think,
Victoria just told us it's called the Depression Scrunchie. So thank you very much for that, because I did not remember.
Hey,
so
Lindsay.
Thank you. So
Lindsay's book.
And another thing, we were talking earlier today. What is that? H is for Housewives. Oh,
this is Lindsay's book. Yeah.
It's called H is for Housewives. Look it up. Buy it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Check it out.
But we were talking earlier today on the Potomac recap, because for those of you who don't watch, shame on you. But just to catch you up, or who haven't seen this episode yet, the episode ended. They were trying to start a fight. It's one of those seasons where they're trying to start fights. They're not really getting into it. They're still trying to do it. It's not really happening. And it ended with Mia being like, well, you all have the right to your feelings, and your feelings are valid. But... And I was like, this is what's killing Housewives, is this kind of this notion that everybody's feelings are just as valid, and that everybody's opinions are valid, and that everybody deserves the same space. No, this is fucking Housewives. Your feelings are wrong. Your opinion is stupid, and you're a bitch. And that's it. That's all I want to hear on this show. I do not want to hear about how everybody's valid, this and that. I want to see people like Jen Aydin do horrible things and then get railed on for a year in revenge from everybody else or whatever. I want to see horrible people, and then I want to see revenge enacted on those people. I don't want to see people talk things out kindly. What the fuck is this, kindergarten? No. Let Jennifer Aydin back on Real Housewives of New Jersey and let her get the comeuppance she deserves.
Yeah, I mean, she's a bitch, but she's a lover, she's a wife, she's a mother, she's a sinner, she's a saint.
I do not know.
Okay, so now that's enough about Jen Aydin. She's garbage, but I did watch that video 10 times. So what can I tell you?
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
Another video I've watched, and this, we don't need to go into this. We didn't talk too much about this because we did talk about it. I forget which episode we talked about Karen Huger's arrest video. But I kept seeing clips of it because I didn't watch the whole thing. I just watched a couple clips. Girl, this video is just insane. The shit that's coming out of her mouth. It's 30 minutes and she is completely unhinged and so fall down drunk. And that's not the funny part. It's just the things coming out of her mouth. Like she's saying she's Thomas Jefferson's concubine and all this sorts of shit. That's what I need. You know what I mean? I don't need it on the road, but I do need it on my television. So let's just remember what we're watching, guys, and be grateful. Be grateful that we have these. This is still a golden era, believe it or not.
I just hope that Karen got that tissue that she asked for about 10 different times. She's like, do you have a tissue, please? And he's like, ma'am, I don't have a tissue. Oh, yes. No, I'm sorry. You're doing your job. I totally appreciate that. You're doing your job. There's nothing wrong. You're a professional. I appreciate that you're doing good service. Now, do you have a tissue, ma'am?
Yeah. Just unhinged. Okay, so in other huge news, Jennifer Aydin kind of stole the spotlight out of the biggest news. Also, this is kind of old because it's crappy hour. It's only every 2 weeks. But Craige and Paige, broke up. And they broke up on the weirdest week. They must have planned this, right? To have broken up on this specific week right before the episode came out, because it makes Craige look like the biggest victim in the world. Now, they're having a very mature breakup. They're speaking very highly of each other. But the episode that came out of Southern Charm, it's like Craige just wants to make a wrapping paper room for Paige. And he just wants to make everything perfect for Paige and their possible new baby. And Craige just can't wait to do everything perfect for Paige. Like the whole thing was like Paige and how much Craige loves Paige and nah. Craige and Paige broke up. Dun, dun, dun. What do you think? Were you sad?
Well, I guess I was sort of sad in that they were like, as far as Bravo couples go, they were one of the more functional ones, you know, despite the fact that they have a huge geographical issue that we knew was going to eventually be a reckoning that we always suspected they would never be able to overcome. I think people were oddly enough rooting for them. I was rooting for them. I liked them, you know, I liked them together in their own sort of weird way. You know, he's like the dumb one. He's like the dumb golden retriever. She's like the smart one who is going to try to train the golden retriever. But guess what? You can train a golden retriever all you want. It's never going to shit in the toilet. So,
well, that's the thing. You don't marry a golden retriever. That's the thing. You throw a ball for them, you know, and then you get them a sitter when you have to go do something important. And I think that's kind of what led to the breakup, because one of the things I did like about it is I'm one of those people, like I almost keep myself out of, I keep myself out of relationships for many different reasons, too numerous to go into here. But one of them is I am a disaster lover. I love a disaster. I'm a fixer. I love to fix. I like to take a broken thing and put it back together. And I think that that's kind of a normal thing. It's something broken in me that I need to fix, which I won't do. I don't like fixing myself, only other people. And I think that was kind of a thing with with Paige, because Craige is a mess. Like Craige's adorable. He's extremely cute, and he has cute privilege, because if he was ugly,
yeah,
he would not get away with any of this shit. Nobody would be falling all over Craige like they are now. Like, oh my God, poor Craige. Craige is a compulsive liar. He's, you know, probably still like raging on all sorts of substances and stuff, which, you know, no judgment, you know, but, I mean, I guess I did just judge, but that's my kink. And he's got a lot of issues that I think Paige is a lot better than Craige. She just is, you know, and Paige pisses me off sometimes on Summer House. And I see that she has like little snotty qualities and stuff. I happen to really like those qualities in a person. But I think that she's way better than Craige. And I think she just is a fixer. She was fixing him. She was doing a really good job. And so that's why I really liked the relationship, because I was watching someone engage in my hobby, which is fix an unfixable thing. And I think she was doing such a good job with it. She really, look how far he's come. And so it's sad to see them break up, but it's also probably better for her. But it's like an HGTV show ending early. Like I didn't get to see the reveal. Where's the part where I get to walk in and see a fixed Craige and I get to cry and be like, this is so beautiful. He's fixed. I didn't get that. And I feel robbed.
Well, I don't think Paige is a fixer. I think Paige wants to maybe adjust your the back of your collar to make sure you don't see the tie poking out. She doesn't want the person on her arm to look like a total idiot, but she's not a fixer. She's not going to like fix someone, because a lot of times the fixers usually take themselves out of the equation. And I don't think she does that. I think that she wants someone to level up. And I think it was like they were at a time of their lives where like she needed someone who was going to treat her with respect. Because remember, she was with like Parry before and he sucked. And she was also sort of with Andrea. Like she wanted and deserved someone who was going to like bow down to her. And he wanted someone that was going to inspire him to want to like grow up. And they've kind of achieved those things. And I do think it's like an HGTV show, which is that like, you know, she got the shiplap on the wall. We don't know how long that, you know, it's like, is this house truly, is this house like, do we really know if the mold's been taken care of under the floorboards? No, but we have enough that we got our 30 minutes of the episode, and now Paige will go off to a new house.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's a good way to look at it. So I don't know. I was kind of saddened by it. I like a lot of the stuff I'm reading online in comments, which are immediate speculation that Craige will get with Molly on his show, because here's Molly all of a sudden, and she's not really doing anything. She's kind of on the back burner. Really all she's done is get harassed horribly by Whitney, and humiliated, and then talked about, sexting with Craige. But that sexting with Craige link, everyone's like, oh, so this is why they brought Molly. It's like, because, the rumors are, there have been so many rumors, and granted, this is not as fun of a breakup as something like, sorry, that's so cynical to say it like that, but something like Vanderpump Rules, where there's an obvious villain that is horrible and you just want to kill him, like he's just, you can root against him, you can cheer against him and watch him crumble and everybody's cheering. And Craig's not like that. He's a sweetheart, like you like everyone, even I love Craige, so and I don't love that many people, but I love him. I think he's adorable. So it's one of those breakups where you don't really hate anybody, but there are all these rumors still, because it is a breakup and it is, on TV. And so there are rumors that this happened a long time ago and they've just been doing the perfect PR, waiting for the perfect PR moment to do it. And she moved on a long time ago, and there were rumors that she was dating an SNL guy, which she said is not true. And then, there are rumors that she was out with somebody on New Year's Eve, and then all the comments were like, Paige isn't going somewhere on New Year's Eve. Her ass is in bed, So I don't really know what to believe. But I don't necessarily believe all the Paige was cheating rumors or any of that, but I do believe that it probably happened months before. And because it is kind of weird that Summer House is about to come out, Southern Charm is just gearing up. So it seems like they would be doing it to promote the shows. But then at the same time, they drop the news on a holiday, which politicians do to lessen the impact of the news. So I don't know. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because I feel like at some point there towards the end, I was like, I feel like we've now just merged in Ronnie's train of thought. Like, I feel like
I don't know what I'm thinking about it. I'm still fucked up over it, you guys. It's a breakup. I don't know what to think.
I don't know why, because at some point you were just like, I'm weighing in on this point. But at some point it was like, oh, wait a second. I think Ronnie's working through something.
I keep changing my opinion. Like, I cannot keep my opinion straight on this whole thing. I really can't. I don't know what to think. I think sad, Paige, though.
Yeah, I think they're both very likable. I mean, Craige, I have been on the record for like 10 years. There have been many times where Craige has driven me absolutely mad. And I think that I do think that Craige is a deeply flawed human, but I also think he's a deeply sweet human when he's being sweet. But he's also can be pretty terrible when he is on one. But I think we all are rooting for Craige despite ourselves. But I root for Paige more because I feel like I always am going to root for the smart person in a situation. I feel like Paige is smart. I don't think she's calculating like that. I think she's pretty authentic. And I think that she has a lot to lose by being calculating. And I mean, I think the timing worked out pretty well. I mean, maybe they planned it a little bit. Maybe they planned let's not announce this. Let's bury it between Christmas and New Year's. Maybe they did that. But I don't know. I think that if anything, this is great for Giggly Squad. And I'm not saying that in a cynical way, but they like to talk about what's going on in their lives and their issues. And so I just don't see her whitewashing it or putting it off. If anything, I guess there's nothing but upside for her to be purely authentic, I think.
Oh, yeah, I don't think that. And here's why. Because she's always thinking about PR and how things look. And I think that when you get together with another Bravo star, you're thinking, how's this going to look? Are we going to be America's sweetheart? When are we going to time our engagement? How are we going to, we need our engagement to be front and center this season instead of so-and-so's. Not there, but, just that general idea. I think you have to think like a politician. And Paige is smart. And I think that is Paige thinking. That is how you have to think. I mean, it is a PR thing, no matter being together and breaking up. It's all PR. You have to work everything out. I mean, look how she's gotten Craige to act in just public. I mean, it's amazing.
I don't think that's calculation, though. I think like to tell your boyfriend, hey, stop being a schmuck. People are looking at us. I don't think that's calculation. That's just basic standards of just trying to level up the person that you're with. You want to be what is it iron sharpens iron or whatever, Lily Pulitzer sharpens Lily Pulitzer. But I think that like I do think there's like it's not like she's no calculation. I just don't see this as being like an Erica Jane situation.
Oh no, I don't mean like that. I just mean like you think about things, you talk things over, like how is this going to look? You know, when do we announce this thing? You know, okay, our breakup's coming up. How are we going to announce this? Let's take a couple weeks to get our shit in order. So I just mean calculating in that way. I don't mean she's like, you know,
like a benign calculation.
I mean, she's thinking it through. It started like, are they planning on when to announce it and the most profitable time or the most beneficial time to announce it? And I don't think it's that abnormal to even think like that. But yeah, I definitely think she's smart enough to just not be like, okay, we broke up, just tell everybody. You know, I think that there a lot of thought went into it in press releases and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like a given. If you're a public figure, that's gonna just be part of the process. But I think for me, I don't see it that it was planned to coincide with anything happening on the TV shows.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So there's that. But so they're broken up.
And by the way, you know, they're not the only forever couple that broke up recently. You know this?
No. Who's it?
Oh gosh, Ronnie, I'm going to have to be the bearer of bad news for you. But unfortunately, Mia and Ink have split up.
The most shocking news of
Ink
the
is
year
not
so
permanent.
far.
Ink is not permanent. You guys, okay, I'm just going to try to get through this, and I'm just going to like try to like not, I don't want to be emotional. I don't want to cry on the internet, but Mia has split from Ink and she's reunited with Gordon, and they're going to have new beginnings. So yeah, guys, I know it makes me wonder, can any relationship ever survive? I'm really not sure, but
yeah,
we'll try.
Fucking Mia, you know, not the most shocking news in the world. I didn't really care. I mean, Mia's really out. She's overplayed it for me to where I'm just like, yeah, she can't really do anything to make me care right now. Good for Gordon, I guess.
Ink, here's her statement.
Ink is my best friend and perfect in so many ways, but I have to decide to focus on my children and maintaining a healthy co-parenting relationship.
I mean, too late.
With their father.
You know what I mean? Too fucking late. Sorry, you've done a lot of damage so far as your children go. I don't know that you're the mother of the year now for deciding to focus on your children after you were fucking your boyfriend with your children in the house while you were married to their father, lady, and then saying on national TV that you don't even know who the father is of one of the kids that he now has to go to and hear from at school. So I don't know that you're going to win any Mother of the Year awards because you're thinking of your fucking children now. But nice speech. Sorry, go ahead.
So I don't understand how like this entire season has been talking about like Gordon's rash mood swings. He's in mania. He's like he does vindictive things to get back at me. La da 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 da. And then I don't understand how any of that equates to putting the children first. You know, if indeed what she's saying is true, it seems to be a pretty harmful thing to actually have him be an everyday presence with the children.
Yeah, nice try, Mia. Nobody cares. So I will say this about Mia. She does some beautiful Instagram posts of herself. She looks amazing. She looks better than ever. That is one beautiful woman. And I love just looking at her Instagram posts. I'm like, God, she's just so pretty.
She is very pretty. And she actually looked really great, I thought, in some shots this week on Potomac. But yeah, trash.
And she's actually just such a ding dong. I mean, I say I don't care. Just like, I'm not going to get wrapped up in her drama, but I do like still watching her. Sorry. And people are like, they never should have had Mia. She brought the level of this show down. Blah, 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 blah. I'm reading all these comments lately. No, I think Mia's not really the problem on that show. Mia's at least trying. It's all fake and it's all bullshit, but at least she's trying, you know? I mean, E for effort. Someone said, Ronnie, it's called filters. Okay, that's true. Well, good use of filters. Angelina, okay. Now someone has brought up Doa brought up a good point here. I have it on the screen. Melissa's sprinkle cookies aren't shipping out to the suckers that paid $40 for them. Reminded me of Ronnie's cookie catastrophe. Yes, it reminded me of that too. But you know, I have an update on that cookie catastrophe. Well, I don't really. So the mail people have been stealing things in my neighborhood. They're stealing things. I had a Christmas card that was delivered here that was open. They literally rip open the cards. And my Meemaw, when she was still alive, God bless her, was sending me money on my birthday, like my little $25 or whatever. They were ripping open the envelope and stealing it out. And I only know this because they were ripped and there was no money. And so I was like, well, that's weird. Who would do that? You know? But then there's a whole Facebook group about what criminals the mail people are in my neighborhood. And maybe they ate the cookies. Maybe justice for Mia. And I got the cookies and some fucking mail person was eating them. And I saw him parked out in front of my house the other day eating his lunch on my lawn. Like he parked the car on my lawn because I'm in Texas and that's how we roll. Yeah. And he was just like sitting out there and I was like, I wonder if those are my cookies, that motherfucker. You know, I almost went out there and like gave him a piece of my mind.
That's so
possible justice for Mia. I don't know.
That's fine. I think actually, that sounds actually like it was unfortunately probably what it was, to be honest. I think that really, if there's mail theft happening in your neighborhood and then you never got this stuff from Mia, then that sounds like that's what happened. Maya. Sorry, we were just talking about a Mia and I switched into my Mia mode. Maya. It's hard to have a Mia and Maya and two different cookies and two different cookie controversies. But
you know, I will. And someone's like, that's a federal offense. I fucking know it's a federal offense. And trust me, I'm like, do I call the feds over cookies? Because I'm tempted. So anyway,
yes.
The point is Melissa's cookies are not shipping. Now, we talked about the cookies a little bit, like, is it too late to be doing a sprinkle cookie joke like a decade later? Okay, do it. We talked about Bethany loving the cookies. Bethany did a review where she's like,
love them. They're great. Great.
So she loved them, but apparently they're not shipping out. Melissa's like, they're not shipping because of the box. Melissa, nobody gives a fuck about a sprinkle cookie after Christmas. Get your cookies out.
That's a lie. I'll take a sprinkle cookie any time of the year. Just rebrand it as like a Arbor Day cookie or I don't know.
An Arbor Day cookie. National Day of Mourning cookie. That's coming up on the 9th. Jimmy Carter died
Gay
cookie.
Pride's coming up.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
the way,
Melissa's
you're maybe
sprinkle. What? Go ahead.
Sprinkle controversy. I was going to say, maybe if you report your USPS mail person to the authorities and they get sent to federal jail, you know who they may run into there?
Who?
Peter's Brew.
Peter's Brew.
Yeah. Peter Thomas. He's off to jail. So Peter Thomas, the former husband of Real Housewives of Atlanta star Cynthia Bailey, has been sentenced to 18 months in federal prison. That's where they send cookie robbers from the mail after pleading guilty to tax fraud. Well, color me gobsmacked. I never would have thought Peter Thomas wouldn't pay his taxes. What a shock. This guy seems like an upstanding businessman, entrepreneur, person with wealth that is definitely existing in his bank accounts. How could he just not pay his taxes? I think the government should reopen this case and see that they are prosecuting an innocent man.
I'm so proud that Cynthia got away from him so quickly. Aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, that's just her style.
Not
she gets
quickly
away
enough.
from them all really quickly. Cynthia doesn't put up with shit. I'll tell you that. Well, she
Not
does.
quickly enough. We
She
still
gets
have to
with
sit through
horrible
her-
people. And I think she has a breakup kink where she gets with horrible people on purpose. So she gets that like empowerment moment of breaking up with them.
Yeah, you know what? She needed to break up with him 1 year earlier so we didn't have to sit and watch her give him a oil massage. That was not pleasant. But other than that, yes, no notes. So yeah, he has to pay $2.5 million in restitution to the IRS. So guess it's a good thing he and Wendy didn't open up that restaurant because that might have taken a hit.
Oh my gosh, fucking Peter. I wanted to talk about something that just happened because it is award season and a lot of just the best music and the best movies, the best shows. Like some show won the Golden Globe. Adrian Brody apparently won a ton of Golden Globes for his show called something or something.
The Brutalist.
And what is it?
The Brutalist. It's a 3 hour and 15-minute movie.
Oh, okay. And it came out on December 20th. It's like things that win awards. I don't even have a chance to know what the fuck they are. I was like, what? Because they come out so late. I'm doing that to say that that's what happened in this piece of art. This is a new song. It is just so fucking good. It's going to win all of the Grammys. Sorry, Beyonce. Sorry, that blonde girl who sings fun songs that people really like right now. What's her name? You know which one I mean? The really sexy little pint-sized blonde girl. What's her name?
Shirley Temple.
Yeah, her.
Sabrina
So
Carpenter.
this is a new artist. I want to play you her latest single that she dropped right before the holidays. This is a lady named Teresa Giudice. Let's listen to her song.
Big Joanne. No one can rescue me. This is my friend. If you were mine,
I'm singing along with her now.
if you were mine.
Where the best part is she sings all of that. She sings it. I'm surprised she gets all those lyrics. And then when it gets to the chorus, cherish the day, she flubs the lyrics. She goes, cherish the day. I'm like, you couldn't get the lyrics of the chorus, but you knew everything else, Teresa? And how could you do that to my queen Sade, who is celebrating a birthday in less than 10 days? You are going to sing along to her that way. You know what? Never changed, Teresa. That was
When I
amazing.
tell you I died watching that. Is Teresa sitting on her couch, I guess. She's just filming the TV, singing. I don't know. It's not karaoke because Sade is singing. Or Sade is singing. But she's just watching the video, singing along on Instagram. I have watched that 30,000 times. I mean, it's been such a good year for just great videos coming out of Bravo. Just this week, we're talking about Jen Aydin's video at Jersey Mike's, Teresa's musical video, Karen's DUI video. We had Shannon's video running into the house. I mean, it's been a great year of home videos for Real Housewives.
It has been. I just, first of all, I'm like shocked that Teresa knows Sade beyond Smooth Operator. Like, that's wild to me that she knows that she's at the cherish the day level. Like that.
If you was mine, blink, 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 blink. Cherish the day. I won't go away. I won't go astray. Blink, 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 blink.
Oh, the death that I died. Okay, moving on.
It
So,
was amazing.
you know, back when we started this show was when Beverly Hills started airing. That was the first Housewives show I ever recapped in written form over at TVgasm and later Trash Talk TV. And had so much fun doing that. I was like, I found my calling, just making fun of stupid people on TV. This is what I want to do the rest of my life. And it looks like it's going to be true, especially if I die in the next few weeks. But I've had so much fun doing this. And I remember when Dorit first came on the show and we were talking about them, and I said, I cannot wait for these two to go broke. It's going to happen. It's going to happen on the show. We are going to get to see the demise of these two fucking criminals, because you can just tell that they are the shadiest, lyingest, most fucking criminaliest couple in the world, and they are going down. And this was 8 years ago or something. Now listen, I'm not saying this to say like, oh, I'm so psychic or whatever. I'm just saying it because it's happening now. And I'm so sad about it. I cannot believe, because I love Dorit. Like, I literally love Dorit. I even kind of like PK. And I'm sad to see it happening. Have you heard all the new stuff that's coming out about these two?
No, I haven't heard a single thing. I didn't know it was more than just the usual noise about them.
It's getting bad. Dorit and PK Kemsley officially declare bankruptcy and lose $7.5 million mansion due to $1.3 million tax debt. Estranged, living in a luxury hotel life on the verge of collapse. So it is not looking good for these two. We knew it's going down, but it is going down ugly. And I cannot imagine it getting any better. I mean, what is he even doing at this point? He's been living in, I think, the Beverly Hills Hotel, not paying his bills, allegedly. That's what we hear from old queens and bars.
Why are you doing that? If you don't have money, why are you staying at the Beverly Hills Hotel? Come on, there's Marriott's. Like, that's so expensive. Like, do like a low key place where you live, and then you can like meet people in the lobby of the Beverly Hills Hotel. But come on, save some coins.
Yeah. One of the comments on Reddit from Spark Mental Butt, I love you, Reddit, says they may be homeless, but they won't be toothless. So
That's true.
there you go.
Well,
now I read this on Reddit. Now, this is not, I don't even see where this source is. Let me see. Does it open? I don't even see what the source is. Maybe it's not true. It's probably, it's Kyle Richards. But I saw this and I was like, oh my God, it's starting. And I was like, I'm not ready for it to start yet. I've started liking them.
At Nurse Dory says, I heard they've run out of money. At Nurse Dory Loves Halloween says, rumor has it that no one on the cast likes Dorit. Oh well. Rumor has it that Jamie Lee Curtis hates Dorit. Gosh, I wonder who leaked it.
Yeah. Little Kylie Richards. So PK went and did an interview where he's talking about, it's just so sad to treat me like this and saying all these things on the air because, she's talking about how my bankruptcy hurt her or, my thing with the Bellagio hurt her. Well, guess what? That happened years before Dorit. Yeah, you jackass, but she still had to deal with all the repercussions of it on national TV. That guy's such a pig. But I even like him. I don't even want to see him go down like this.
Yeah. Well,
is it weird? Why do I like him? This is what normalcy does. When you get used to things, this is why you shouldn't hang out with bad people and you turn into them. You just, it normalizes it. I'm like, I totally love Dorit and PK now. They're good kids.
I feel like people have really forgotten what their first season was like. People hated PK. Like they hated PK from the depths of their soul because he was out there talking about Erica's panties obsessively every single week. So now people are like, PK's all right. I'm like, he's all right. Like, no, PK went and spent half the year last year in London avoiding his wife who is going through legitimate trauma. So I think that's pretty shitty.
Yes, but as Texas Girl points out, he's a full-blown alcoholic.
Yeah, he can't be held accountable.
Yeah. So that's sad-ish. That saddish stuff. And I guess we should end with this little story, which I just found so funny. Whitney Rose is still selling Alibaba jewelry, and it looks like she's even using the same pics as Alibaba. This is from the Real Housewives of SLC subreddit. And someone went to her site for Prism and looked up a pair of earrings, the Claudia earrings, and then did an image search and found the exact same earrings and the same pictures on Alibaba.
Who gave you that information? Who told you that? It's lies.
The commenter TextDen wrote, I went to the Prism website for the first time. Their mission, we are on a mission to support your intentionality on your spiritual journey, help you trust your intuition and your manifestation power over everything. Teach the world luxury is spiritual so you, can adorn yourself and vibrate higher. Remind you that your body, mind, and soul are sacredly sovereign, and when you heal yourself, you heal the world. Shut the fuck up with your Alibaba knock. Get the fuck out of here. Go hug a tree, Whitney.
The Alibaba to Prism pipeline is real.
Well, this brings us to the end of the us portion of this. Now we end this audio version. So everybody who's with us on audio, thank you. We'll be back in 2 weeks and we'll see you then. Bye.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Our way is the Amber way.
It's always automatic with Ashley Auto.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Put your hands together for Carly Clapp.
Catherine DiBernardo has our hardo.
Get on the right foot with Chrissy Offutt. Dana C. Dana Do.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Etchels!
Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas. Jamie, she has no last namey. You'll never hide from Heidi Eleanor Jones.
I go, you go, we all go for Hugo.
Hava Nagila Weber. Know Your Worth with Jason Kurth.
We could all learn from Jennifer Kearns.
She's our kind of mess. It's Jennifer Messer.
Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
Knock, knock, knocking on Katie Mannock's door.
She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Get a bee in your bonnet with Lacey B.
Bringing the funk, it's Leslie Plunkett.
She gets an A from us. It's Lindsay D. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. Fresh as a daisy, it's Maisie McHenry. We love her on the rocks. It's Melissa Cox. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
This is Living with Michelle Vivian.
I love ya, Olivia Williamson. Tastier than Flanderson, it's Rachel Manderson.
Have a heck of a time with Rebecca.
She sure is swell. It's Raquel.
Yes, we canna, it's Savannah.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman. The Bay Area Betches. Betches.
And our super premium sponsors. She's VVIP, it's Amanda V.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
She's got a leg up. It's Beth Annie.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva. Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. We got our wish. It's Jen Plish.
She's not harsh. She's Jill Hirsch.
She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly. It's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender.
We're ride or die for Lisa Ryder Barron.
She's a whiz. It's Liz Sarthy.
Always killing it. It's Lola Alkalani.
The incredible edible Matthews sisters. She eases our woes. It's Melissa St. Rose.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
Put on a kettle for Rebecca Weddle.
She's the queen bee. It's Sarah Lemke. Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.